Hey my friends, this is Loli. Welcome to Loli's Creations. Let's jump into the first inspiration. I'm going to use one of these cotton boards that I got from Dollar Tree. What I'm going to do is remove the cord off of it and that bow, and we are going to paint that frame of it using some rich back paint from folk art. As you see here, it was easier to remove that bow using some heat. And I just scraped off that excess glue using my spatula. I'm trying to be careful not to spread it around. And now it's time to paint it using my black folk art paint. I was trying to be careful, but I was also adding a little bit of the paint on the white section, like in the border, to just let it look a little bit distressed, and to paint that MDF on the sides as well. Here I'm just taking a little glass cleaner wipey from Dollar Tree, and I'm removing that excess paint that I got in there, and I wanted this to be distressed, so I'm going to use that same wipey that has that black paint on it to distress the entire section here, make it look a little bit more worn. My friends, I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for clicking on my video, to say welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much in advance for watching this video on its entirety. And to my subscribers, guys, I love you dearly. Once I was done with that, I decided to remove the sticker from the back and paint it as well to have a nice finished product. Once everything was nice and dry, I'm going to come in and use these ribbons. I used this green one that I got from Dollar Tree. Actually, both of them came from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take a piece of it and place it as you see there, and I'm going to place the buffalo check ribbon on the middle to create a nice pattern ribbon. And I just glue in that smaller ribbon in the middle of that bigger ribbon, and I'm doing that to the entire length of the ribbon. Once the ribbon was nice and set, I'm going to create a bow using it. So I just created first my dovetails. If you see here, I'm just folding the ribbon in half lengthwise and cutting upwards to create a little dovetail effect. And I did the same thing with the other side as well. And here I'm just burning the edges to avoid any fraying. Now I'm going to create a little awareness bow as you see right there, and I'm going to bring to the bottom and scrunch it in the middle and use a piece of jute cord to tie it to create my bow. Once I fluff my bow nicely, I remove that extra piece of jute cord, and now we are going to attach this to this, and we're going to use a little bit of hot glue to attach that bow right there. My friends, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. But before I glued it, I took some of this buffalo check ribbon and just cut a tiny little piece so we can cover up that jute cord. Just a small section, just burning off the edges to make sure that it doesn't unravel. And I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the bow right there in the center. Add a little piece of the jute cord or the ribbon, wrap it around, and then do the same thing on the back as you see right there. And now I'm going to glue it to the cotton board right there. And that's all she wrote for this one. Let me know what you think. My friends, this video is part of the Hello Harvest Open Invite collaboration, and it is hosted by Tammy from the Rustic Willow, by Ellie from DIY From House to Home, and the guest host this month is Marla from The Chic Show. The links to their channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Don't forget to head on over to their channels and to their playlist and show everyone some love. All right, let's head on over to the next inspiration. For this one, I'm going to use one of these calendar pages from Dollar Tree, and this is a 2022 calendar. And I'm going to use one of these boards from Dollar Tree as well. First thing that I did was paint my board using my rich black from folk art. And once that dried, I'm going to place my calendar piece right there. First, I tried to use one of these glue sticks from Dollar Tree, but it didn't quite work out. So I ended up having to use Mod Podge in the end. As you see there, it was curling up, so it wasn't working. So here I'm going over using my Mod Podge, making sure that I am adding Mod Podge to every little area of my calendar piece. And once I was done with that, I'm going to place it down. But it was so wrinkly and it wasn't straightened it up, so I decided to just, you know, cut some section off. So here you're gonna see me, I'm just cutting off a section of it, and I'm just using where the truck and the words are, and this allowed me to be able to attach this a lot better to my piece. And sometimes when you craft, things go a different way, right? So here I'm just adding some more putch to make sure that everything is adhered correctly. And I just use my fingers and my hands and a little brayer to make sure that everything is nice and flat. That was not enough, so I'm coming in with some parchment paper and my little heat iron once everything dried to remove all those wrinkles. My friends, if you enjoyed this video so far, please, I hope you consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a new video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. All right, my friends, so here I'm just adding some of that rich black pork card paint to the edges here of the paper just to give it a little bit of distressing. And I'm also doing it on the edges of the board to remove that shine that the Mod Podge left behind. Once this piece dried, I'm going to take some of this ribbon that I got from Michael's in a grab bag last year, and I'm going to create a loop right there. I'm just going to cut that piece off. Once I'm happy with the size of the bow right there, I'm just going to scrunch it in the middle to make a bow. I cut off that excess ribbon off, and I use one of these little clips from Dollar Tree to hold it in place while I created a part of the bow. I took another piece of the same ribbon and I'm going to cut it the length of the board as you see there. And I'm going to take it and fold it in half and then fold it in half long ways as well to dovetail my ends. Now that piece is going to become the tails of my bow. So I'm going to just add it to the back of the loop I created in the beginning. I'm just making sure that everything is the same length and is even. And once I'm happy with it, I took a piece of jute cord and I tied it in the middle, creating the bow. After some careful fluffing, I'm going to take my scissors and cut off that excess. Actually, I use wire here. I didn't use jute cord and use a piece of wire. And I'm going to just take my hot glue and we are going to just glue it right there on the middle of that sign. But not yet. First, I wanted to make a hanger. So I'm going to take the same piece of jute that came with it and some of these beads that I got from Dollar Tree during the Easter time. And I'm using the green and the beige color ones. And as you see there, I used a pattern of 3 green and 1 of the beige. Once that was in place, now we are going to attach our bow. So I just took a nice amount of hot glue, put it right there in the middle of the top section, or actually put it onto the the bow instead. I guess I didn't want any extra glue showing there, so I did it that way. Held it in place until it dried. And wait a second. Nope, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. What I'm going to do is take another piece of that same ribbon and we're going to add it to the bottom. I just wanted to create, a little bit of balance here. So I just cut a piece that was big enough to go over the entire front and fold on the back. And I just added little strips of hot glue alongside the entire bottom part section there of the board and attach my ribbon that way. And then once I did the entire front of it, the thing here, I'm going to flip it over and glue the back as well. To give this bow a more finished look, I took some more of the ribbon and just burning off the edges to avoid any fraying. And I cut a little section, the width of one of the little squares there. And I'm going to trim it down and glue it right there in the middle to cover up that wire and make the bow look a bit more finished. Have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Consider subscribing, stick around, and join the Lolitis Creations family. If you're still with me this far into the video, I want to give you a big thank you and leave me a little maple leaf emoji in the comments so I know who you are. Anyway, guys, so here you see me how I'm struggling to put this on here. Try to do this step before you attach your bow. It will be a lot easier to do that. But this is how I fixed it. And this is it. Look at it. I love it. Let me know what you think. All right, the next inspiration here is gonna be a wood round. You know, I love to make my wood rounds. So I removed the tag out of that wood round from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to come in with my antique wax from Waverly and completely cover it with it. So then I'm going to take some of this moss color from Waverly, and we are going to paint a portion, like the bottom section of the wood round with this color. Here I'm just freehanding it, but you are more than welcome to go ahead and put a piece of tape on the wood round to cut the section where you would like to put it if you see that you don't have a steady hand to do this. Here, this is very sped up, guys. I am here doing it very slowly, really, and just taking my time to have a nice crisp line. But you can also just put a piece of tape over it and paint it that way. Now I'm going to take this thankful sign that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this little piece of greenery, actually of foliage that I got from Walmart. And then I'm taking these beads also that I got on clearance at Walmart last year as well during the Christmas clearance. I'm taking some of these beads. I'm going to only use the ones that are natural colored and the ones that are moss colored. So I just want 1-to-1 ratio. And here I'm just repositioning my hanger onto my board. As you see right here, I had to remove 2 of the beads because I didn't want it to be on top of the board. I wanted it to be perfect. And that was a perfect measurement there. So now we're going to add this little pick from Walmart. I actually got this for 97 cents at Walmart. I was so happy when I found this. Yes, so cute. I took the stem and bent it backwards so it wouldn't stick past my wood round. And I'm going to take a healthy amount of hot glue and glue it, but not yet. First, I wanted to make sure that I had my word nicely positioned. Once I knew exactly where to put it, now I'm adding my hot glue to it. And we're going to press it down, put it in an angle as you see there, and hold it in place until it's completely adhered. And I add a little bit more on top as well to give this a little bit more stability. And this was looking cute, but I wanted a little bit more, you know already. I'm extra, so I took some of this ribbon from Dollar Tree. I added a little bit of hot glue behind the flowers and tucked it down, and then measured exactly how much I needed to fold over. So then I took a little bit of my hot glue and did a bead all the way down the end of that line, pressed my ribbon down, pressed it nice and firmly, but avoiding any bubbles or any raised edges. And now we're going to fold it over to the back. Just add a little bit of hot glue at the back there, fold it over, held it in place. Now we are going to attach our word. I'm going to use some gel super glue to do that. And I just pressed it in some places on the back of my word, put my word down, held it in place in a couple of places because it wasn't flat. And that was it for that part. And you know already, I'm not done yet. I'm going to take the same ribbon and I'm going to create a double loop bow. As you see there, I'm doing an awareness ribbon, leaving a nice length of tail there. Then I'm going to loop it and fold it over to the other side, and I'm spinning my ribbon around too so the folds go nice and neat. And then you have 2 loops there, and now I'm ending with 2 tails on each end of the bow there. Then I'm going to take a piece of jute cord and tie it in the middle of my bow. I make sure that it was tied nicely, and I did 2 knots. Cut off my excess jute, and we're going to take a nice amount of hot glue and put it in the back of our bow and attach it right there on top of where I folded the stem of the flower, and that is it. Look how cute. I love this piece. Here we go with the final reveal. Don't forget to let me know which one of these is your favorite. I love them all. I cannot tell you which one is my favorite, but I sure want to know which one is yours. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you would like to watch some more of my videos, here's a suggestion, and you're welcome to binge away with this playlist. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You are amazing. Bye.